I'm Ava, and today we're going to be testing out some more Barbie doll hacks to see if they actually work. Now, in my past videos, I just use hacks that I found throughout the internet, but today I'm actually going to be testing hacks that you guys sent in. Okay, so the first hack we're gonna test out is using real earrings as Barbie doll earrings. This might sound really basic, but I'm literally so surprised I've never thought of this myself. So I grabbed out some of my earrings, and can we just all take a moment to admire how great this earring stand is? I made it myself. I know. No, but literally, look how cool this thing is. I made this. Now, I actually don't know if too many of the earrings on this specific stand are going to work for the dolls, because first of all, some of these are just extremely unrealistic when it comes to size, and this kind of hook is not going to be poking nicely into the doll's head. But as for the little stud earrings, I think it could actually work. Okay, let's move this off to the side. So let's test it out. I'm gonna take out Emily's earrings that she has in right now. And yeah, even taking a look at the earrings that she was just wearing, they're not that much of a different concept from stud earrings. So let's poke this into the side of her head and see what happens. I expected this to work, but I don't know why I'm still surprised that it worked. Let's put in the other one. Okay, now even though these are some of the smallest stud earrings that I have, they do still look a little bit large on the doll, but I think it also still works. I don't know. But I collected a few more different pairs of earrings here that I'm gonna try out that I'm thinking, oop, not that one, that I'm thinking will hopefully be a nice size for the dolls. Only one way to find out. Okay, I think these little gems are actually gonna be like the perfect size. Yes. Okay, like those are perfect. Those are a great size on the dolls. That looks so good. Along with these little flower earrings as well. There's actually a decent amount of earrings that are working for this. Okay, I really want to try this little dangly heart. Please work. Okay, that's cute. Okay, I'm actually having way too much fun with this. These are so perfect. I love dangle earrings on Barbie dolls. The studs are great, but like these get me really excited. Okay, now this is where things might go downhill. But I really want to try these little hoop earrings. I don't know if they're just gonna look kind of awkward, but let's find out. Let's put in the other one. Okay, this might have to be where we draw the line. It's like so close to being good, but it's not though. They just kind of stick out weirdly. We should just stop while we're ahead now. Okay, but wait, I kind of actually want to test out on this little earring here because this one's very worn out and I don't care about it. But I just want to see what would happen if we just bent the little like pokey part at a bit of an angle. So yeah, I just bent that part a little bit, and let's see if that changes how it looks in the doll's ear. It does. It does, it does, it does. Okay, that looks way better. That looks way better. So if you're willing to kind of change your actual earrings for doll earrings, you could just bend them a little bit depending on the earring you have, and it could make it better. So I will confidently say that this hack was a success. The next hack that we're gonna try out is dyeing Barbie doll hair with eyeshadow. Now, this person was pretty vague. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a permanent method of dyeing your doll's hair or more of a temporary method, but either way, we're gonna try it out. So I have this doll here. She looks like she's seen some things. And I don't even know if this is a Barbie doll. I actually don't think it is, but it doesn't really matter because we only really need to just test out her hair. And this is like the same as any other doll hair. I also tried to like help her by giving her this bodysuit, and I think it just did worse things for her. Moral of the story, I'm not very attached to her and I'm very much okay with using her as my experimental doll. However, these bangs are kind of cute. Okay, so I have this very large eyeshadow palette. Shout out to my cousin Annika for this, because if she didn't gift me this, we'd be stuck with this old thing. Yeah. But no, now we have a bunch of fun colors to choose from, and I do want to pick a fun color for this. And I'm not really sure what the method is here, but I'm just going to use a little eyeshadow applicator and pick one of these colors. I really love this purple color, but part of me also doesn't want to use it up. Like, I want to use all of the pretty colors here, but I also don't because I want to save them. I want to savor them. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna go in with the purple. I don't know, like that. Now again, the comment really didn't give me much to work with, but they basically just made it sound like I can just brush it on the doll's hair. So I'm just gonna grab like a little section of the doll's hair here, and I'm just gonna like brush it on. I mean, it's working. Kind of. Not that good though. Let's try using an actual eyeshadow brush instead. Okay, this is definitely the better method, like way better than the applicator. And also keep in mind that this would probably not at all work on any sort of doll without blonde hair. On any shade darker than this hair, I don't think any color would show up, because this is barely showing up in itself. I don't know about this one, guys. Okay, it's a while later now, and I literally put on a lot of eyeshadow. onto this piece of hair, and I swear it's not changed. And that's a pretty dark eyeshadow, and this stuff is pretty well pigmented too. And I truthfully don't want to use up my whole purple eyeshadow to cover her entire head of hair. So we're gonna stop at this. So I have some water here. It's not boiling, but it is like on the warmer side, because I feel like that's a fair test to see if this color is gonna actually hold. And I really don't feel like dipping her whole head in this right now. So we're just gonna dip in that single strand of hair. I'm not very hopeful right now, because if you think about it, eyeshadow does just wash off with some water when you put it on your eyes. Okay, so it's been able to dry out a little bit, and guys, I'm seeing absolutely no hint of purple left in this piece of hair here. So if you're wanting to permanently dye your doll's hair, this is definitely not the method that I would use. Maybe if you want some temporary color, this could be an option, but yeah, it's not for me. And if this works great for the person that submitted this idea, then that's great. But for me personally, I will have to say that this one was a fail. This next one is pretty simple, but I'm surprised I never thought of it myself. But basically to give tall Barbie dolls Ken doll pants. Sorry, Chase, we're gonna steal those off of you. Now, this could be a really useful hack because if you have a tall Barbie doll, you know that they have much longer legs than regular Barbie dolls, and sometimes the pants just don't fit them right. Actually, most of the time they don't, and they just look kind of short and awkward on them. So if Ken doll pants can be a good alternative, that would be kind of great. Let's give it a try. We're gonna strip her down. Sorry, girl. My biggest concern, though, is the waist. So let's see if that will fit. Okay. I think I just need to change her top. That's kind of messing up the look. Okay, so I gave her a new shirt, and I think that helps us envision this a little bit better. Honestly, I think this works. I'm actually surprised with how well the waist fits. I thought it would be super loose, but it's honestly fitting, and the length of the legs is perfect. Let's try a couple more pairs. I have this nice pair of jeans that definitely look like a Ken doll pair of jeans, and I am not so hopeful with these ones. Wait, why is this actually kind of good? First of all, these jeans are just amazing jeans in general. Like, I love these jeans. They look so realistic, and they fit her perfectly. Like, yes, the waist is like a little bit on the loose side, but it kind of gives that baggy effect that I really like in clothes, and the length, again, is just perfect. I was not expecting to like these jeans on the doll as much as I do. What? Okay, let's try a pair of sweatpants next. Okay, the sweatpants are perfect. Okay, and lastly, I want to try on these cargo pants, and these are ones I've actually tried on Emily before too, and I really like them, but again, I've never thought to actually try them on a tall Barbie. And once again, a very nice fit with a perfect length and a great fit at the waist. Overall, I definitely have to say that this hack was a success by far, and I'll definitely be using this. Next is a hack that I've actually kind of already tried before, and that is using hot glue to make Barbie doll shoes. But I want to try it again, and I want to use a bit more of my own creativity with this. And I also want to use these new colored hot glue gun sticks that I got, because I have a ton of them, and they have me pretty excited. So, like, any excuse to use them, I will be taking. I have this doll here. She's in rough shape, but we're just gonna ignore everything going on other than her feet. And I am using this doll because she does just have that classic Barbie doll foot with the arch in it, because that's what I think is going to be best for trying to make a shoe. And when I did this last time, I followed a video and wrapped saran wrap around her foot, and that just wasn't the best method. So I don't remember where I saw this from, but I'm actually going to use some Vaseline, and apparently hot glue doesn't stick to it. So that's what we're going to be using. Just going to grab some and literally just rub it all over the doll's foot. I hope this works. Okay, now I just want to pick a color of hot glue gun stick to determine what kind of color our shoe will be. I think I want to go with this blue. And then I'm going to use my crusty hot glue gun because, like in my Valentine's Day video, I don't want to risk ruining my good hot glue gun. So we're using this nasty one. And as you can see, there is already a yellow glue stick in there from before, so we have to kind of use up the rest of that one, unfortunately, before we can get to the new color. Oh, there's green. That means blue is coming soon. Okay, I think we're finally at a nice blue color, and basically I'm just gonna put glue on the doll's foot and try to shape a shoe out of it, starting with a base. I don't know, guys. And I think a big part is gonna be letting things dry in between. Like, I'm gonna let this dry now before I move on and do anything else. And I really have no idea what I'm doing, guys. I'm just winging this fully, trying to just not make something very ugly, but I might be failing at that. Y'all, I don't know about this. Like, ain't no way. Okay, now I really don't want to make this too complicating, so I think I'm just gonna try to make a heel now. I think I'm just gonna have to build up little layers of glue. Just do little blobs one at a time and let them dry in between. Okay, so this is what I've come up with, and I think this is as good as it's gonna get. Let's just see if we can get it off. Oh, okay. I got the heel part off. I want to try not to rip the entire shoe to get everything else off. Oh, I definitely will say that the Vaseline did help the glue not stick to it. Like, and there's no like damage to the foot. So here it is. Yes, I temporarily glued this to my finger so that it would hold. And now my finger hurts from being in this position. But anyways, is it the prettiest thing that's ever happened? By absolutely no means. But it kind of worked. I don't know. Let's take this off my finger. I'm gonna slip it back on the doll's foot because that is the intention. Oh no. It kind of lost all its form. Okay, so it kind of lost its form when I took it off the doll's foot, but I think that was my bad. I could have just kind of held it together so it would have stayed in the right shape. Either way, let's be so real, guys. This is not it. No, it's really not. I would say it's better than our first attempt that we did a while back, but it's still not good. I don't know if there's a way that this could ever be like so good that I would actually want to use it as a pair of doll shoes in the dollhouse. Let me know if you guys have had any better luck with this or if you guys have any other tips that I could try to make this a little bit better. But I think overall, I don't know, I think I kind of have to say it's a fail. Because although it did work, am I actually gonna use it and is it actually that good? Not really. I think if there's one thing we can take away from all this, it's that Vaseline works really well to prevent hot glue from sticking to surfaces. So at least there's that. This next one is another pretty simple one. Basically, they just said that if you cut a dress in half, you'll have a top and a skirt, which makes sense. So I can't really see how this is gonna go wrong, but I actually kind of want to try it with this dress because as cute as this dress is, it has had this rip in the middle for such a long time, and I just have not gotten around to actually fixing it because it would be so hard to try to fix it as this material has just frayed so much that like I don't know if I'd be able to sew that back together anyways. So I thought this would be the perfect dress to give this a try for. So yeah, I'm just going to cut away this black piece. Okay, now naturally by cutting the dress in half, you are gonna have like raw edges. So you're either gonna want to like hem those down or just glue them. I'm gonna glue because sewing is too much work for me right now. So I just have some fabric glue here and pretty basic, straightforward, and fold over the edges. That is not staying. Okay, I forgot this fabric glue is like weird. Okay, forget fabric glue, that takes way too long to dry. We are going in with the hot glue now. Definitely not the best method to go about this, but I have no patience for anything else right now. And I'm gonna repeat that with the skirt as well. So yeah, now we're left with these two pieces. Let's put them on a doll and see if this looks good or not. Wait, why do I love this so much? This is actually so good. I feel like I probably should have showed you what the dress looked like on a doll before I cut it up, so you guys can have a bit more of a before and after. But just trust that the after is better. The after is better. Not that the dress wasn't cute before, but obviously it had some problems. It was falling apart and I didn't use it because it was not really functional. But now I'm actually going to use this because this is adorable. And I did put this on a petite Barbie because this dress was actually from a Project MC Square doll. I don't know if you guys even remember those. So they were made for a bit of a smaller doll body type. So this fits perfectly on the petite Barbies. Like again, this is a simple kind of hack that you guys gave me, but I just wouldn't have thought of it myself. This is definitely a success. Don't go cutting up your favorite doll dresses, but if there's one that you aren't using or you just think could use a bit of a makeover or an upgrade, maybe give this a try. This next one is very interesting. Basically, they said instead of boil washing your doll's hair, you can actually put them in the freezer. I know, it's weird. But basically, I boil wash my doll's hair whenever it's getting a little bit crazy, a little bit out of hand. And this girl's hair isn't even actually that bad, but I want to take out this hair elastic here. And now she kind of has these very clear little indents in her hair, and overall, it's not in the best condition. So usually, this is the time where I would boil wash her hair, which helps it lie nice and flat and it looks great. But apparently, if you just wet the doll's hair, wrap it in saran wrap, and stick her in the freezer for 5 minutes, it'll do the same thing. This could be helpful for anyone who doesn't want to be dealing with boiling hot water or doesn't have the patience to wait for it to heat up. I have some room temperature water here. If anything, it's a little bit on the cold side, just to have no sort of heat come into play here. And I'm just going to wet the doll's hair. Just stick it in there, wring it out a little bit, and I'm gonna just kind of brush it straight. And you can still see those indents in her hair there. So if I were to let it just dry like this, that is a shiny forehead, it would not be perfectly straight. It'd still have those indents in there. So that's why I'm curious to see if the freezer is gonna do wonders to this. I'm very curious. And I basically have some saran wrap here, And like the person that gave the hack said, I guess you just wrap it around the doll. I don't really know what this is for, to be honest. Yeah, this feels wrong. Okay, so the doll's been wrapped up. I don't know, this looks like a crime scene. I don't know. I rip off dolls' heads and I'm fine with that, but something about this just, it's a little unsettling to me. But anyways, the next step now is to stick her in the freezer for 5 minutes. That feels like even worse. I don't know. Everything about this is just not okay. In with the bread she goes. Okay. All right. There she is. 5 minutes later. Okay, she's out from the freezer. She is cold, and let's get her out of this. All right. I don't know, guys. Let's give this a brush through and see if anything changed. Like, I'm not feeling too hopeful right now. I still kind of see those dents in her hair. Yeah, I don't know about this. Well, I brushed out her hair. We're not gonna really be able to tell until it's fully dried, which it is not. So I'm gonna give it the opportunity to fully dry and maybe surprise me, maybe shock me, maybe turn my entire attitude around about this, but like, look at that. And that's the kind of stuff that would come out in a boil wash, so. Okay, her hair is dry, let's brush it out. It's not looking good, guys. Unfortunately, these little indents in her hair here are still very visible and clearly did not get themselves sorted out. And just the hair in general isn't at too much of a different state than it was before. Again, if there's something that you guys know that I'm doing wrong, or if you have some extra tips for this hack, let me know. But I'm gonna stick to boil washing the doll's hair. So in conclusion, this hack was a fail for me. But I am curious if this has worked for you guys and if the freezer method is actually like a thing that can work, because it didn't for me. And those are all the hacks that we'll be testing out in today's video. Thank you to everyone who sent in your hack ideas, and I'm going to continue to try out a bunch more in the future. And if you have one that you'd like to submit, go over to my community tab and comment over there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and make sure to let me know which of these hacks is your favorite. I think for me, the earring hack was my personal favorite. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can become part of the hashtag DD Squad. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.